underway. We're not going to say anything because we don't want to jinx anything, but we're starting our adventure. Here we go. So far, so good.
One look in your eyes and I find it. When you leave in my mind I rewind it. When you got it this good, you don't fight it.
Just the beginning.
Two coming. 532.
86.
Oh, that's just step one. We got to do a whole nother round, and we didn't even get our liquor yet. Okay.
Now, back in January, when I installed the new lithium batteries for the boat, the Epic batteries, I did not have the opportunity to put in a battery balancer. And I have one right here. I picked it up. I'm going to install it before we go on our trip. I got the Victron battery balancer. If you don't know what it is, basically when you're running batteries in series, for instance, I have two 12-volt batteries that I've run in series to give me a 24-volt bank. Each of those batteries are getting charged from the charger, but they may not charge exactly evenly. So what a battery balancer does is it monitors the charge on each of the batteries, and if one of them, tops off before the other one does, it'll take some of the power from that battery and send it over to the weaker battery, and it just keeps them in balance. That way you get better longevity, just better use out of the battery, and it's highly recommended. In fact, Epic told me that I should do it. I just didn't have time back when we were here before tax season started. But I do have one now, and I'm going to install it. It only takes a few minutes. It's 3 wires and a couple of screws, and I'm done.
Bada bing,
Yep.
bada boom. Roger out.
Well, looks like we're not going anywhere tomorrow. Everything was perfect, all ready to leave. I had a little bit of hunting in the starboard engine, and I was talking to my neighbor, and he told me how to make an adjustment that'd make that go away, and then I made an adjustment, and now I can't start the engine. And we're not sure why. We just pulled the thing apart, looked under the valve covers, looked in the governor. We can't really see anything particularly wrong. Unfortunately, the bleeder broke on this engine, and I don't have a bleeder to force fuel through it to see if possibly it's not getting fuel. It's obviously not getting fuel. We just don't know why. We thought it was the governor. Thought it was maybe when I made an adjustment, something came loose or whatever, but I don't know. I'm going to try and figure out a bleeder system. Somewhere on this boat we have one, but let me think about it.
Okay.
Not sure what yet, but it is definitely a fuel starvation. It does not appear...
Wait. Did you put the lid on top of the brake core that was open?
Yeah.
And the thing back in?
What's the thing?
The thing that you detach the fuel with? Okay.
Yeah. So this one doesn't stall.
What side do you have on now?
This is port. I just had the hose disconnected because I was running different things, trying different things. And eventually my solution was to... See, the problem is the bleeder pumps aren't working right. One of them's not coming on at all, the other one's not really working. So I could bleed the starboard engine. I think that may be what it needed. Come on, you can do it. I'm hoping there's going to be an air pocket. I'm hoping to get past it. And so what I did was I took the, like I did in the Amicus a couple of years ago, where I let one engine feed the other engine. I let the port engine feed the starboard in lieu of having a bleeder pump to bleed the engine. So basically that port engine forced fuel into the starboard engine, which worked. At least I got it running. And we're gonna see
If she holds.
So this one I know is there right now because I looked the damn thing over. Let me see if I can get this one running.
She started.
She probably has some arrogant too, so we're gonna just keep them around for a little bit.
Off we go. Here's our adventure. Good times, baby. Good times. Okay, but right now we're underway. We're not going to say anything because we don't want to jinx anything. But we're starting our adventure. Here we go. So far, so good.
This is Triton on 17.
Triton, go ahead, read.
Yeah, you're breaking up on 17. Not picking up anything on 17, Triton back to 16. Triton on 16.
Let's try 6-8, 6-8.
6-8.
Watch out for the marker in front.
Triton on 6-8.
Triton, go ahead, how you read me now?
Yes, I read you fine now.
Roger, just checking in with you. We just passed you on the ICW south of Titusville. We're northbound in the Neptune 60, Goofy.
Oh, great. That's nice. We're heading south on our way to the Bahamas.
Yep, congratulations. Running a little bit late. I just wanted to say hi and thank you for the videos. We're on our way back from St. Martin.
Oh, that sounds great. We appreciate you watching the videos, and I hope you had fun in St. Martin.
It did not suck.
I bet that's true. We hope we're on our way, hopefully, to Puerto Rico this year. We won't make it all the way to St. Martin, but maybe next year.
Sounds good. Yeah, we did the south side of Puerto Rico on the way back, both there and coming back. It was great. You'll love it.
That sounds real nice. We can't wait to get back into the islands.
You guys have a safe trip and Godspeed.
Thank you very much. You as well. Trade 116. Well, we are back on the water again, as you can see. Finally, after, I don't know, we've been in Florida since the 22nd. Today is the 5th. So about 2 weeks we've been here, exactly almost. And we're thrilled to be back on the water. We almost weren't. Yesterday we were preparing to get back on the water, and we had a little bit more provisioning to do. And I decided my one idle on the starboard engine was a little bit low. It's been a little bit low for a couple of years. I decided I was going to tweak it. So I go to tweak it up a little bit. As soon as I do, the engine just dies. And I thought, oh my God, I broke something. I don't know what I did here. So my buddy in the boat next door, Eric, he's a good diesel mechanic, and he came over to take a look. And well, eventually we couldn't find anything wrong. Everything seemed to be fine mechanically. And then it occurred to me earlier in the day, I was polishing the fuel, and I was using this new fuel polisher that I made. And I decided, when I hooked it all up and I went to use it, and I guess I just had my head up my ass because I hooked it up backwards. And basically I was kind of sucking fuel out of my engine lines and rate cores and things like that. I realized it right away. And then hooked it up, after actually I went to watch one of my videos from last year to see how I was supposed to hook it up. And I did, and I realized I did it wrong. So I hooked it up correctly and then started polishing fuel. However, I think what I didn't realize was that I put an air pocket in my line so that when I was running the engine and I was trying to tweak the idle, I think it was just coincidental. An air pocket hit at the same time I was doing it, and the engine died. And I thought it was me doing something. Turned out it was nothing at all. We just needed to bleed the engines, which we did, and so got us right back on schedule. Today is a Monday.
First day of our voyage.
Yes, let me just make sure my mic's still on. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, so today is Monday, and we are on our way. We're going to anchor out in Melbourne. I was hoping to anchor out in like Coco. We had some followers we were going to meet, and I don't know for the life of me. I think Facebook erased their message or something, and I was counting on the computer to save me, and I don't know how to get in contact with them. So, sorry guys, I won't mention your name, but sorry I can't locate you on my computer.
We'll see you on the way back up.
Yeah, contact us on the way back. But anyway, we're going to Melbourne to anchor out right now. We're going to drop a hook there, just a little 4-hour run for us, not even, maybe 3. And spend the night. We're probably going to go to town. There's a nice steakhouse that we like there in Melbourne Beach area. So we're probably going to do that. And then we're going to get back on the boat. And we're going to pull up the anchor tomorrow morning and start heading to Fort Pierce. So thanks for joining us again this year. We are thrilled to be back out again. After a lot of hard work getting this boat ready to go, we hope we have no problems, but I'm sure we will. So
No,
Well,
it's going to be a great season. Let's think positive.
I guess we'll see. It's always the unexpected, but we took care of everything that was a problem last year, so everything should be good. Anyway, Roger out.
Roger out. See you at Hook. It's raining. Of course, it always rains when we anchor or dock. Oh, sorry, I meant to show you guys, but I was too busy concentrating. But she's good. She moved the boat. Okay, we're done. Oh, look at her. They're getting rinsed. But see the pillows too? Aren't they sweet? Love it. The first Bacca stash.
Yes.
Woohoo!
We got 8 of these, and they're not going to make it. I know it.
They're not, but
we'll pick up more. Actually, I tend to drink more rum in the islands than I do vodka, so we'll see.
I've been drinking a lot of vodka because it's keto.
Rum's keto too, but the thing is, with rum, you always throw a bunch of like fruity stuff in it.
Yeah.
Okay, just making halves because we're gonna go to town, right? We'll
go
grab a
to
bite.
town.
Cool.
Good. There's a steakhouse here we really like.
Yeah, I forget the name of it, but it's a steak kind of seafood place, and it's right next to the pier. So we're gonna check that out.
Yay!
I shake them so hard they turn blue.
This is my mermaid drink. My mermaid
Just
martini.
a dash of the blue Caracal.
It does have a little flavor.
Yeah, a little bit. It's just a little dash, and it gives it a nice islandy look to it.
Step 1 of the voyage. Cheers. Cheers, everyone. Incoming. Oh, the anchor light I didn't turn on. There she is. First anchor out of the year. Our first dinghy ride of the season. She looks like she's holding good. She's holding good. Well, how did we get the yellow on the front? Oh my God. Yeah, what the hell?
Once we get to the island,
What the hell? Get some mopping glow on that sucker. It's an interesting pier. I probably won't be able to show you because it's going to be all hands on deck. That's a workout. I'm definitely going to fall in. You can adjust that to pull it out. I just kind of... It's a nice neighborhood. I don't think we have to worry about locking it up. Famous last words. All right. cocktail so I can fall in on our way back. Right? Remember last year I fell in? All right, well, off we go to explore Melbourne. Okay, let me just say, that was not pretty. But we did it, and the reason we did it now is because there is a bigger storm coming. Hey, Capitan.
Yeah, we're here.
Don't lose your glasses.
I won't. Oh, that was a bitch.
That was more than a bitch.
A major squall came running through while we're trying to get back.
But we waited. We waited for the stall.
We felt out a break because there's a worse squall coming right now.
So it was now or never.
We're soaked.
We are soaked.
We're here.
Yeah.
So Lynn and I went to the restaurant. We had a nice steak dinner. Great place, by the way. I forget what it's called, but
It's the steakhouse in...
no more. So we go to leave, and there's a squall running through, and it might be like 40 knot winds, and we get out to the dinghy dock, and there's like 4-foot waves out there. And Lynn's like, hell no, I'm not getting out in the dinghy in 4-foot waves, and I don't blame her. I didn't want to do that either. But let me tell you something about winds. If winds are sustained for a while, let's say you have 30 knot winds for a while, and you're getting 4 or 5-foot waves, something like that, they're going to stay. But when squalls come through, it's a little bit different. A squall, I've seen squalls take waves from like 1 foot to 6 foot in a minute. But as soon as they pass, the waves die too because they're surface waves. They're not ingrained into what's going on. And so we're getting ready to decide we're going to go back to the restaurant, hang out, get another beer or something, or are we going to try and do this? And then all of a sudden the squall kind of passed, and the waves dropped down to maybe 2-footers. And then we look in the distance, and there's another one coming.
A big one.
And we're like, oh no. But it was calm. We dropped down to like 2-footers. We're like, okay, let's go for this.
Now or never.
We've got a couple of minutes here. Let's get back to the boat. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck on land waiting for a second squall to go through. So that's what we did. But it's interesting though. So when squalls come through, just know you're going to get rocked around like hell. But it will go away when it passes. It's different than a big storm coming through. It's just a little storm, and the waves will die.
Sunlight morning, early breeze. Lovers daylight opening. Windows whispering our names. Inside this first light hideaway.